you have a lot of different competing interests and entities that you're working with. You mentioned the Senate. Does that hinder your ability to actually move faster because you are working with what is essentially two different customers, if you will, and having to try to figure out how to incorporate what you're trying to do into two separate systems?
No, not necessarily, no.
Okay.
The legislative process is very complex. The House rules are very complex. So I think sometimes just making sure that we are making sure the systems can respond the way they need to because of the complexity of the process sometimes gets us slowed down. It's not, as I always say, we're not building a shopping website, right? If we were building a shopping website, we might be done. But we're not.
People are shopping for data.
Right, they're
right?
shopping for data and
That's a harder-
information. As you know, when we take an amendment and it gets into NDAA or a bill into NDAA, then to tell that story is really difficult.
Absolutely.
We can do it, though.
Mr. Rutledge, I want to pivot to you. You mentioned that there are now 2 billion visits to congress.gov. Did I get that number right?
2 billion visits? Oh, much more than half a billion visits to congress.gov just on the human side.
Okay, and so my follow-up question was actually going to be, how many machine traffic visits are happening on congress.gov currently?
Yeah, that's a great question because we were seeing, in April we got 16 million visits from AI bot traffic. In May we got 20 million visits. In one day, in the middle of June, 16th of June to be exact, we got 22 million in one day. So it actually caused our infrastructure to come to a little bit of a grinding halt. You might have experienced that. So we had to make a couple of emergency changes to address that on congress.gov. So one of the things we had to do is fully separate out the public instance from the congressional instance because it caused a data ingest issue. The other thing is we put that human verification check on the search for the site. Which is where we've discovered 98% of that traffic was non-human traffic. So we had, and it was not malicious in any way, shape, or form, just vibe coders, recreational coders, playing with AI tools, we think, learning about congress.gov. It's a great site. Just wanting to learn more about the data, just hit the site all at the same time.
So you've seen an exponential increase in machine traffic on congress.gov in the last couple of years?
Absolutely, and it's still going up. So